Well, the premise of the tournament is simple. Every team, of course, is striving to make the latter stages. That's where they all want to be. No doubt these two harbour very similar ambitions. A good show here, absolutely crucial. This truly is a place of which you never tire. The San Siro, one of the most historic of football venues in Italy, or indeed anywhere. And as you can see, we've already started here. Two tribes going toe-to-toe.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rijkaard does really well to win the ball there. And this is Van Basten. And this is Van Basten. He won't be happy with that one. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. And that has not gone well. Salmakers. Anguissa. Nicely spread. Not the most accurate pass. Salmakers. Anguissa. Çalhanoğlu. Spread it left. Çalhanoğlu. Knocks it into space. Van Basten gets flagged offside. And this is Van Basten. Just about within shooting range. Goal! Milan! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here, because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Inter Milan are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Bastoni.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Where? And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's Rafael Leao. Caught offside that time. Now the cross, he's got tall. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. It's anyone's ball now. Where? Now it's Rafael Leao. That's been cut out, well played. Cafu. It'll be a throw-in. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Okafor showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Anguissa. Where? Oh, that's a fine interception. Oh, it's Van Basten. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Çalhanoğlu. Nice-looking ball. Pass somewhat off target. Aldair.
Inter certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Çalhanoğlu. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense, and that was very necessary. Inter Milan looking to pass their way through. Goes for a shot! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Okafor has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
It's a pretty loose pass. That's a nicely shaped ball. Anguissa. And it's Ware. And it's Van Basten. And he plays one through. And that pass just didn't quite work. That pass isn't the best. Now it's Okafor. Stood up well to him there. Hullet. Looking for the run. And he's picked out the run. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Tries to play it through. Aldair gets across to intercept that. Good take, and is it real chance? There's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Rafael Leao. Oh, it's Van Basten. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating.
It's Van Basten! Salmakers.
Inter have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Now, can they get him away? Pass is just off target. Hullet. Van Basten.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's clever. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Hernandez. Ball is over the line. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Now it's Okafor. Now it's Van Basten. Van Basten. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Hernandez. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
It's about risk-taking and boldness now. Are we going to see any activity from the bench?
And he's straight offside. Aldair wins the duel this time. Salmakers. Inter Milan have reclaimed it. Great vision. Oh, that's a key interception. Hernandez. Rafael Leao. Now it's Van Basten. Rafael Leao. He has found the way through. Can he finish? Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Van Basten. Where? Great ball, and he's in here.
Inter clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Passing nice and neat. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. That is a great pick out. And he's away. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's been played through. And he shoots! Goal! Inter! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Inter Milan get themselves into the lead. And the shot! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Oh, given away. Van Basten! Now, who's going to be first to this?
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And the shot! Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Inter Milan have done it. The perfect outcome in this most pressured of games. Your reflections then, Jim?
Inter can be really happy with this. I saw it as one of these defining games for